Great Elephant Gathering, a lost treasure worth more than gold. In the heart of Sri Lanka, where emerald landscapes once embraced ancient history, a silent tragedy unfolds. The Minaria and Kadala National Parks, once renowned for the awe-inspiring Great Elephant Gathering, now stand as a testament to a devastating loss. This spectacle, lauded as one of the 10 natural wonders of the world by Lonely Planet, has been largely eradicated, a casualty of the Moragahakanda Dam project and its unfulfilled promises.
There is a project that the government of Sri Lanka is planning, which would involve keeping Minaria and Kaudulla reservoirs both at spill level year-round. If they keep it at spill level, the water level will be high enough for the dams to spill. So if you keep it at that level year-round, about 70 to 85% of the grasslands that get exposed during the dry season will be submerged in water year-round, which reduces the available habitat for elephants, because the perception that many people have that elephants are coming to Minaria Kaudulla for water is only for water is incorrect. Water is important and they come there for water, but water is secondary. Such a congregation of 400 to 500 elephants gather in the Minaria Kaudulla lake beds largely for the grasslands, because for the fodder that they get. So by keeping the reservoirs at spill level, the long-term future of this elephant population is in jeopardy.
Yeah, surely. So their food and their sustenance depends on these recessional grasslands that, come with the weight of the monsoon season to full pool and then down again to the dry season when it leaves a little bit of the pool, but huge grasses and healthy grass for the elephant population. So the two areas he's talking about is actually the site of the Great Gathering in Sri Lanka. And that's where 500 elephants come together to feed and feast on this, edible goodness that provides their sustenance for their life.
Once championed by politicians as a beacon of progress, promised nearly 10 times the energy than is realistically feasible. These fantastical claims, fueled by political agendas, masked the true cost of progress. The dam, now generating only a fraction of the promised power, stands as a monument to unchecked ambition and disregard for environmental and social impacts. The true cost lies not in the dam's construction, but in the irreparable damage inflicted on the delicate ecosystem. The receding waters of the Minaria and Kadala reservoirs, a seasonal phenomenon that once nurtured vibrant grasslands, are now a thing of the past. The dam's full pool policy, implemented throughout the year, has submerged these vital lands, dramatically transforming the landscape and robbing the elephants of their natural sustenance.
So it begs the question as to why in the world is the government of Sri Lanka trying to do this project? Because it doesn't, it's a lose-lose situation. Because the water will be used for agriculture. If you reduce elephants grazing on the grasslands, because the grasslands are submerged, the elephant population in that area will tend to go out into the same croplands that are being irrigated by the water that is being stored here, and raid crops.
So further loss of habitat for those elephants.
Yes.
When elephants lose their land.
Exactly, and it doesn't even make agricultural sense, because the farmers that are in this area who will be benefiting from the irrigation water will be facing huge human-elephant conflicts, because elephants will be raiding crops because they have no other food to eat in that area. Because you have taken away 70 to 85% of the best grasslands that they have had.
Forced exodus from their natural habitat has led to increased human-elephant conflict and a tragic rise in elephant deaths. With only an estimated 5,000 elephants remaining in all of Sri Lanka, the annual loss of over 400 elephants at the hands of humans paints a grim picture. If this trend continues unabated, extinction looms within the next 10 to 15 years. The devastation extends far beyond the animal kingdom. The local economy, once fueled by a thriving tourism industry built around the Great Elephant Gathering, now teeters on the brink of collapse. Shops, safari businesses, and countless other ventures struggle to stay afloat, with many facing the harsh reality of bankruptcy. This economic downturn has plunged local communities deeper into poverty, leaving them to grapple with the consequences of a lost spectacle. Adding to the tragedy, the original environmental impact statement for the dam project included the restoration of a multitude of abandoned tanks, reservoirs, in forest areas. These tanks, once vital sources of water for both humans and wildlife, were crucial for maintaining the ecosystem's balance. However, these restoration efforts were never undertaken, leaving the land parched and wildlife struggling.
Sri Lanka has the highest human-elephant conflict in the world, not among the Asian elephant countries, but in the world. And this type of decision-making without the associated conservation development work that is necessary is going to increase the conflict and make it much worse. We can have development plus ensure conservation of our species and our natural habitats. Unfortunately, this coexistence model doesn't work because we don't plan well. Most of our plans are short-sighted plans, only looking at the human point of view, or whenever we look at or study or analyze the wildlife point of view or the natural environmental point of view, implementation of mitigation measures gets very delayed or it is never done. So therefore, you even can't reap the full benefit of the economic potential of the development project that was planned because of the conflict situation that you have created by not taking care of one aspect, in this case the elephant welfare aspect of as a result of the Morgahakanda project.
Furthermore, the Great Elephant Gathering served as an essential breeding ground for elephants. Up to 20 separate herds would annually congregate, intermingle, and give opportunity for conception by the bulls who would case the gathering. This vital social interaction, necessary for maintaining genetic diversity and population health, is now lost. But the loss extends beyond the social and ecological. Estimates reveal that the economic benefit of the Great Elephant Gathering contributed more than 10 times what the additional value of rice production contributed to the country. This vital source of income, lost due to the dam's construction, has plunged local communities deeper into poverty.
The direct and indirect tourism revenue from the Minneriya Kawdulla gathering of elephants is 1.25 billion rupees a year.
Wow.
No agricultural project will contribute anywhere close to this, to the economy. So this project doesn't make any sense from a conservation point of view. Neither does it make sense from an economic point of view. So it begs the question as to why in the world is the government of Sri Lanka trying to do this project? Because it doesn't, it's a lose-lose situation.
Cataclysmic nature of the dam's impact was evident in the dramatic drop in elephant numbers at the gathering. From one season to the next, the number plummeted from over 400 majestic creatures to a mere 17, a stark illustration of the devastating consequences of misplaced priorities. It is our fervent hope that the International Monetary Fund, IMF, recognizing the severity of the situation, will tie future loans to Sri Lanka to environmental sustainability. This offers a potential path towards restoring the delicate balance of the ecosystem, revitalizing the local economy, and safeguarding what remains of the Great Elephant Gathering. Responsible reservoir management practices, including the construction of bypasses and pumps to deliver water to new irrigated lands, can minimize reliance on the reservoir's artificially elevated water levels in the dry season. This will allow for the seasonal recession of water, restoring the vital grasslands and providing the elephants with the necessary sustenance. Additionally, reducing human-elephant conflict can be achieved through the creation of ecological corridors and promoting responsible agricultural practices. Furthermore, promoting ecotourism and sustainable development can revitalize the local economy and create new opportunities for the communities. This can be achieved through investments in nature-based tourism experiences, such as guided elephant safaris, educational tours, and cultural performances. Supporting local businesses that promote conservation practices, such as eco-lodges and restaurants serving locally sourced ingredients, can further stimulate the economy and encourage responsible tourism. Finally, creating educational programs that instill a sense of environmental stewardship in future generations is crucial for ensuring the long-term protection of Sri Lanka's natural treasures.
The government of Sri Lanka should really figure out why they are doing this whole project. Because the elephant gathering at Mineria Kaudulla is a huge tourist attraction to the country. Lonely Planet has identified the Mineria Kaudulla gathering as one of the 10 wildlife wonders of the world, and the only one in Sri Lanka.
The Great Elephant Gathering was not just a spectacle. It was a vital part of the ecosystem, the economy, and the cultural heritage of Sri Lanka. While the damage inflicted by the Moragahakanda Dam project is immense, it is not irreversible. By learning from past mistakes, embracing sustainable practices, and prioritizing the environment alongside economic development, Sri Lanka has the potential to restore the Great Elephant Gathering to its former glory and ensure that future generations can witness this awe-inspiring natural wonder. The choice is now. Will Sri Lanka continue down the path of short-sighted progress, or will it embrace a future where human prosperity and environmental protection are not mutually exclusive? The answer lies not only in the hands of the government and policymakers, but also in the hearts and minds of the Sri Lankan people.
We can have development plus ensure conservation of our species and our natural habitats. Unfortunately, this coexistence model doesn't work because we don't plan well. Most of our plans are short-sighted plans, only looking at the human point of view. Or whenever we look at or study or analyze the wildlife point of view or the natural environmental point of view, implementation of mitigation measures gets very delayed or it is never done. So therefore, you even can't reap the full benefit of the economic potential of the development project that was planned because of the conflict situation that you have created by not taking care of one aspect, in this case the elephant welfare aspect of as a result of the Moragahakanda project. So this is a lesson for Sri Lankan decision makers and planners that we really need to take all aspects into account and actually address all aspects rather than take certain things into account and address only one aspect, which is the human development. And unfortunately, we don't seem to learn from past mistakes. We will continue making it.
We're watching to see what's going to happen for the fate of these elephants at the Great Gathering. So
Exactly.
Thank you so much for talking with us today.
You're most welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.